Two patrolmen, Officers Wheeler and Murphy, spot the parked car and investigate.
It's the law. Wake up.
Hey, Clyde, what do you want to do?
Clyde probably wanted to capture them because they didn't have their guns drawn. It would have been easy.
Let's take them.
But Methvin tragically misunderstands Clyde's intentions.
You damn fool, I didn't mean to kill him.
Two sets of eyewitnesses claim to have seen the shooting. The first group tells a story that seems to implicate Methvin, who stands a head taller than Clyde.
And they testified that there were two men who did the shooting and that the taller of the two men then walked up and shot one of the policemen again as he was laying on the ground.
Get back in the car.
But authorities choose to believe the improbable story told by another eyewitness, that a woman walked right up to one of the dying officers and shot him in the head.
Bonnie Parker was then seen as a killer in her own right, not just a ride-along girlfriend.
Did Bonnie really pull the trigger? Most historians dismiss that idea.
Bonnie didn't have anything to do with shooting these two officers, but once their name became associated with this very heinous murder, public opinion turned radically against them.
After the Grapevine killings, Bonnie and Clyde go into hiding in Gibbsland, Louisiana. Nervous about receiving the death penalty for his involvement in the crimes, Barrow gang member Henry Methvin tells his father he wishes he could wake up and find himself pardoned.
There's old man Methvin. What's he doing?
I wonder what's the matter.
I don't know. Let's stop and see.
Hey, Ivy. You having some trouble?
Unbeknownst to Clyde, this had all been arranged. The truck had been placed there by the posse specifically to make him change lanes and put him closer to the side of the road where the posse was.
Frank Hamer had no illusions at all about what needed to be done.
How you doing, Clyde? Hi, Bonnie. Yeah, I'm broke down.
He told Sheriff Jordan in no uncertain terms, if that car stops, we're opening fire. Ivy Methvin walked away from the car to get away from the bullets he knew was coming.
What's wrong with him?
That's the signal the ambush team has been waiting for.
Prentice Oakley, the local deputy, opened fire on his own without any command.
Oakley's shot hits Clyde squarely.
Barrow apparently had the car in gear. When he's hit, he lets the clutch out. They all thought he was getting away again.
They opened fire, overwhelmingly opened fire.
It is cacophonous. It is like thunder. There is nothing but the sound of guns firing.
Within about 15 or 20 seconds, around 150 rounds are fired at Bonnie and Clyde. It's unclear whether Clyde even has a chance to grab his BAR.
Both Bonnie and Clyde were hit so many times that their bodies were literally riddled.
These images of Bonnie and Clyde are shot by Ted Hinton on his 8mm camera just moments after the ambush. Among the 15 guns that lawmen find in the car are 3 Browning automatic rifles and thousands of rounds of ammunition.
The BAR was able to penetrate the vehicle from one side to the other.
If you look at the passenger door of the original car, there will be anywhere 10 to 15 to 20 exit holes on that side, and they most probably came from the Browning automatic rifle.
The deaths of Bonnie and Clyde mark the beginning of the end of an era when organized lawlessness rages across the country. That year also marks the emergence of the first truly national police force, the FBI, which rises to prominence largely on its success bringing the gangsters to justice. The spectacle of Bonnie and Clyde's funerals is magnetic.
This was the event, and people from all over came to be a part of it.
Perhaps it's the dubious romance of their story that draws 10,000 onlookers to Clyde's funeral. Thousands more turn out to see Bonnie.
There was nothing romantic for Bonnie, nothing romantic for Clyde, and it sure as hell wasn't romantic for any of their victims.
In life, they are inseparable, but not in death. The two are buried in different cemeteries when their families refuse to fulfill the prophecy of Bonnie Parker's poem.
Someday they'll go down together, and they'll bury them side by side. To few it'll be grief, to the law a relief. But it's death for Bonnie and Clyde. The End by Bonnie Parker.